Dawn in Cairo, the city of 1,000 minarets. Over in the new quarter, Nagib Mahfouz sets out. The solitary armed guard he allows to watch over his home is left behind. Mahfouz will not permit him to follow as he walks through the city to work. As Nobel laureate, Mahfouz has had such a busy year that he's lost touch with his own writing, but he's still a man of the people and is greeted often on his journey. Freedom is sacred to him, freedom of speech and movement. Throughout his 77 years, he's never compromised through fear, and he'll not be intimidated now by extremist threats.
Fear is unreasonable in my age. You see, 77. So, if extremists want to kill on Saturday, perhaps God will do it on Sunday.
Mahfouz's books are mostly set in Cairo's old quarter. At Fishawi Cafe, which features in his novels, Egyptian playwright Karim Al-Rawi describes how Mahfouz is revered by younger writers for the boldness of his work.
I think he's controversial in the real sense, which is that he tells the truth. And I think that is always controversial in any society, but particularly in a society that is undergoing as many changes as the society, and a society in which there are so many forces at play, political and social forces. Ultimately, it is difficult to escape the conclusion that he doesn't think that what governments do is really what's going on. It's not really what matters in Egyptian society. What's happening at the grassroots level, I feel, is much more his concern.
If Mahfouz believes that ultimately power can lie with the people, the government surely believes it too. So here lies the secret of his success and political survival. The people whose cause he champions would be outraged if the government threatened him. They love the writing which chronicles their lives. For Mahfouz, there's never been any choice about subject matter.
I have been born at ancient Cairo, and I was a boy at ancient Cairo. She created me. I loved her very much. I write about it. No choice.
He's always been horrified by the difficult conditions of life for poor people, and he's wanted to bring them into his literature. In his heart, he's out in the back streets with the poor people who are grubbing about for a precarious living, and who probably never read his books. Though they'll go to the cinema and see his films.
In a recent survey of the best 100 Arabic films, 18 were stories by Mahfouz. After the Nobel Prize, Mahfouz's popularity was further increased. But according to his loyal publishers at Cairo's American University, that wasn't just because of the prize.
The response to Nobel Prize winners varies enormously. And just getting a Nobel Prize in literature does not assure you that you're going to have very large sales. Mahfouz distinguishes himself as a great storyteller.
Muslim scholars in Cairo are less enamored of Mahfouz's work. In his 1959 book, Children of Gebelawi, his characteristic irreverence was declared blasphemous because the prophets were portrayed as citizens of a Cairo alley. The book is banned in Egypt.
To prevent any book from publishing is very bad. Any book.
Outside Cairo's Central Mosque, a book describing Salman Rushdie as the West Satan is on sale. Mahfouz, who's been threatened by extremists for defending Rushdie, still insists the death sentence was wrong. There should have been debate first, then judgment.
Khomeini took another way, which had been refused by all Muslims, because it is not against law only, against Islam. He can't judge anyone to be criminal without judgment. And he gave him a chance to change his mind if he wants.
When asked whether, as a controversial writer himself, he can offer Rushdie advice, Mahfouz says simply, like Socrates, Rushdie must choose.
It is his problem as a writer. I can't advise him. His heart must advise him. You want to change your idea and rescue your life, or be like Socrates, this is his problem. Isn't it?
Although Mahfouz defends a writer's freedom, he believes Rushdie exploited it, indeed was insolent.
We must respect, to a degree, the sentiments of others, even when we say our ideas. There is difference between freedom of thinking and insolence.
The pressures of the past year, winning the Nobel Prize and involving himself in the Rushdie row, have drained Mahfouz. Not even his beloved Cairo has provided him with inspiration, and he's been unable to write.
Life seems unmeaningful. So now I am in crisis. I want to write even a short story or anything.
So now you're just waiting. You must wait for inspiration.
I must wait, but in this age, waiting is very dangerous.
Hopefully, now that Mahfouz can relinquish his duties as Nobel laureate, inspiration will return. His books will be available in Britain next year.